Now, former Bake Off contestant Laura Adlington has written about the idea of a plus-size glass ceiling, arguing that bigger people still face prejudice and discrimination in the workplace and everyday life because of their weight. Is it something you've experienced, Colleen, would you say?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it is, because, you know, there was a time when I lost loads and loads of weight, and it was before I did, like, dancing on ice and things like that, and I was much, much slimmer. I went down to, like, a size 10, and all of a sudden I was getting a lot more work, you know, especially in, you know, primetime telly. It wasn't just daytime, and lots of primetime telly came in. I was thinking, what? That's just really weird, because it's not like I won Dancing on Ice and I was a brilliant skater. I was rubbish. But I looked great, to be fair. I just bored me trying to stay that slim. But anyway, but then since I've put more weight back on, there was a time before Dancing on Ice, actually, years ago, where I went for a job, and it was prime time, and he said to me, and I won't say who he was, but he actually sat there and said, it was a big boss, have you thought about having a gastric band, because you'll get more work?
Wow.
Yeah. And I said, have you thought about having a face transplant?
I mean...
But it did make me walk away and think, you know, if I'd have been maybe 16 or 17 or massively insecure, I would have run straight away and probably done that.
Yeah, but and that's... I mean,
as you can see, I didn't.
No, but you're
anyway.
always very self-deprecating,
Yeah.
Colleen, and you're always quick with the remark. But how did that really feel?
Well, it felt awful, absolutely awful. And obviously, you know, as much as I make a joke of it, of course I went home and felt terrible about myself, and probably why, even when I went to a size 10, I still always felt big. I've always felt big. It doesn't matter what size I am, I've always felt big. But I do still think that it does, you are judged on it. And I have to say, women are the worst at judging other women.
They are.
I have to say, I've done it. I've done it. I've looked at people and thought, it doesn't look great on you, to be honest, because you're big.
As somebody who... very much the same journey as you, really. My weight has been up, down, all over the place. A lot of it was helped by red wine. But, you know, at the minute, I am a lot thinner, but I've been ill this year, and for some reason my metabolism just seems to have changed, and because I'm not drinking, it's just what I am at the minute. But I have been the other way, and I might go back the other way. And what I hate about it is the shame that is attached to being a bigger person, the judgments that are made about another person, quite, like you say, often from other women. And I always find it really hard to take. I can take advice. I know, look, we're not stupid. We know we're big. We know we have a problem. We know we have an addiction. Don't treat us like we are idiots.
So how have you experienced that sense of judgment? Have you directly experienced that sense of judgment?
Other women are shocking at it. It's just, it's so innocent. I mean, examples for me, that things that always happen to me is that when I've lost weight, I can go into a room and someone goes like, oh, my God, you look amazing, you've lost so much weight. All I will hear is, look, you looked like an absolute dog when you were big. You know, it's like how we talk about it and how we talk around it makes a big
but
difference.
we are our own worst enemy, because if I've worked hard to lose weight and I walk in a room and someone doesn't go, oh, my God, you look amazing, I think, well, I may as well have carried on eating donuts.
Doesn't that just tell you how obsessed we are about our outward shape?
It's the women's magazines that are very much to blame. We've all been...
But we have to be careful about self-hating here. As women are
no, but what I'm saying is
we're all
that
locked in this.
We all are.
Yeah.
But well, you know, it's always a discussion that the audience enjoys to hear, because it's conversations that we shouldn't be having. I'm in between the two camps, in a way, in as much as I am a recovering alcoholic. When I gave up alcohol, I didn't lose weight, I put on 2.5 stone, because I started to eat like I was drinking. So very early on, I realised that I was going to have a food addiction. So I lost 2 stone. Since then, I have worked with weight loss experts. I know you've done the same over the years, Colleen. And I have the hugest empathy for people, mostly women I've worked with, who are morbidly obese, right? Because I know how easy it is to get that. You've got to change, you've got to learn through CBT or other help to change your relationship with food. People go, eat less, move more. Well, if we could just do that, of course everybody would do it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like with depression. We'll put on a pair of trainers and go out for a run, you'll feel better. There's no quick fix, it's changing relationship. At the same time, I think we have a tendency nowadays to glamorise morbid obesity.
Yeah, I do.
It's not good to be morbidly obese.
Well, but
it's not healthy
what Laura
to be morbidly
says is that
obese.
we should have more body diversity. We should see more varied
But
shapes.
we should not
because
be.
then-
We should not be saying it's okay to be that weight. It would be better.
But then, if you don't say it's okay, then what you're saying to people
think
who
that
are
what's
like,
it's not
you're
okay
not
to be morbidly obese. It's not healthy to be morbidly obese. Like it's not healthy to be 4.5 stone and anorexic.
But
like
how will
TikTok,
that
that girl
feel
has
if you
all
are
the
that
followers.
person? Are you being told you're not okay?
It's a horrible feeling. And I think Colleen and I have said that the worst is when somebody who doesn't have an issue, doesn't know what it's like to have a problem with your weight, makes the comments, makes the judgment, tells me you must lose weight, it's not healthy, it's not... because it's shame-based. And we have to find a new way of approaching it that doesn't... Because also body diversity, body positivity, it all comes from the same place because we're made to feel ashamed and we're trying to...
But I don't think we do. Well, I personally don't need a new way. I just want to say to people, I know.
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me.
But there should
I
be
know.
body diversity. I mean, on Love Island, we had Ian Sterling on, one of our loose men yesterday, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it on the show, but what Ian had said was that he feels that there should be more body diversity in Love Island. I agree there should be. You know, I think that would be wonderful to see. All I'm talking about is the physical dangers and how we seem to be afraid as a nation to address that. The other thing about the women's magazines is that we all know you will see a larger lady, you know, on the beach, and they go, you know, such and such celebrating her curves. That person then loses weight, and it's like, stop, such and such, you've gone too far.
I know.
We've all been victim of that, haven't we?
I know, it's enormously complex.
Stretching the picture.
Yeah.
And then, you know... But,
it is enormously complex, it really is. But I think it's important we keep talking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to come up with a magic answer, if only we could.